Starting off part 2, we have the very first Pokemon in the Unova Dex. With that said, Victini sparks his way into the number 42 spot. Being Junichi Matsuda's favorite Unova Pokemon, Victini is a unique Pokemon with its typing being Psychic and Fire. It is one of the most original typings. Its stats are... they're meh, to say the least. They're all based at 100 apiece, with its total being at 600. It's still awesome, but it doesn't have a definitive stats, so it's an okay Pokemon. Its role in the anime, though, says it, or in this case, the movie, but whatever. Being one of the main characters in the film, it charges up some of Ash's Pokemon to ridiculous feats, such as a Scraggy and Pikachu. It reminds me of those players who use legendaries and Wi-Fi just because they don't want to raise a Pokemon. She's also really cute in both versions. Yeah, I think Victini's cute. What about it? But the anime is so much superior to the games, she has a personality. But there is a nifty thing to it. The V on its head makes it look like a boomerang, and I'm sure the shiny coordinator knows about that. So overall, it's a cute little fox. What happens if the Garden of Eden existed in the Pokemon world? You get number 41 on the list, Shaman. Being one of the only few grass flying type Pokemon, Shaman shows off how unique she is, and we haven't really even begun this part yet. Its stats are very good, with its highest being Speed. While it has the same stat total as Victini, its stat arrangement is much better, making it more useful. Sure, Shaman can't learn a lot of other moves except for Poison, Flying, Grass, Fire, and Psychic, but when it has stat moves like Leaf Storm or Seed Flare, it doesn't matter. Yo, it's cute. I mean, Logan says Togekiss is a good hugger, but I think this one is a good hugger as well. Aww. Oh god, it's happening again. Next entry! Being the god of space, Palkia teleports herself into the number 40 entry on the list. Being a water dragon, it has really good stats, with its total reaching 680. Finally, a Pokemon that hasn't have 600, and it really shows, since most of its moves are not only special, but are also stab moves. Bitchin'! Its signature move, Spatial Rend, is also really good, though like Dialga, Arceus can learn it, cheap son of a bitch. It's even referred to as a male in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. It's also really strong, considering it's in the highest IQ group of the same series. My god, this Pokemon is so good. I feel so guilty for putting him this low. Oh well, Palkia is still a really good Pokemon for these reasons. And again, I haven't watched the Darkrai movie yet, so I can't really cover their entries. So yeah. Warning, the following entry contains My Little Pony Friendship magic references. If you can't handle those references, feel free to hit the back button too slow. Despite what I said in the disclaimer, Keldeo was frickin' sweet. Being the fourth member of the Musketeer trio, Keldeo displays this talent with class. Being a water fighting type, Keldeo once again proves how badass she is by her original typing. Too bad her stat isn't the strongest compared to the other members, but her stat total is 580 and her strongest is special attack. Yep, that type again. But even though her stats aren't good, she has a signature move with the rest of the trio being Sacred Sword and stab moving up. That is friggin' awesome! And although she doesn't have an appearance in the movie or anime world yet, I have a feeling she will kick ass in the movie when it comes out. Hell, she can on water like Frog Jesus! But that could be because she's based in the Kelpie, a supernatural water horse. As for her behavior, she tends to run around the whole world, and from what you've seen of that, it seems she's a bit cocky, kinda like bingo! So we're all this Pokemon friend of magic. Sweet lord, this guy. Being Zephos in Pokemon form, Tornadus can travel at 200 miles an hour and can even destroy houses. His stats total 580 with his highest being Speed. He only has 5 stab moves on him, but can also learn moves from Water, Flying, Fighting, Dark, Psychic, Normal, and Ghost. And that's only from leveling up. In terms of TMs and HMs, he can also learn moves from Poison, Rock, Fire, and Grass. So that's a pretty good move. His role in the anime was small, only fighting with Thunder for 2 episodes. Special, but it could be worse. He's based off the Kami Fuji, the Kami of Wind, and originally, according to Ken Sugimori, he was originally intended to be red, which makes sense considering his bird form has those titties! Anyway, so with good stats, an interesting design, and a good move pool, Tornadus is one awesome Pokemon. At number 37, we have the Colossusmon Regigigas, being the leader of the legendary golems and being able to drag the continents with ropes. Regigigas is very strong, which is fitting, because the highest attack of it is attack. Its base stat is 670. Not that bad, but it could be a little better. Its role in the anime wasn't that good though, only being in one episode and being controlled by Henry J, that stupid bitch. But in the manga, it's pretty sweet, since hell, one of the main characters has Regigigas, and in both Pokemon Adventures and Diamond and Pearl Adventures is by the hero. I also like its designs, it makes it look like a mouse. Too bad its ability sucks. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about Slow Star, only being usable after 5 turns, and then it finally gets going, but it's a forgivable flaw. He is based off the Hebrew golems, but even has some origins to the Mesozoic era. So overall, with all these factors to it, Regigigas is an awesome golem. To close out part 3, we have a Pokemon with an iron will. At number 36, we have Cobalion. What can I say about this guy? His stats are good, total being 580, which makes sense, with defense being the highest, making it the strongest defense out of all the fighting Pokemon, and that's not surprising, given their attack is usually their highest stats for the type. While it has the same signature move as Keldeo and its family, it is still very unique since there's only 4 of them. Now, before you ask, no, the roles in the manga and the anime are small, especially in the anime world, since the 15th out. Despite the look on its face, it has a calm nature to him and a heart of steel. Kinda like Superman. Oh man. I'd make a list for the superheroes that would fit with legendaries and other Pokemon. I wonder who Batman's Pokemon could be. Well, we might see that in the next part.